Master Chef Sita here for Butterball. What I'd like to do is today let's just discuss a little bit about spicy flavors. You know, it's something that's evolved over the years. I mean, everybody, because of ethnic traditions and influences by different countries, everyone has a bit of spiciness into their foods. But today it's actually evolving even more into American cuisine. One of the things I'd like to say, I mean, habanero which is probably one of the hottest peppers out there. It's probably 10 times hotter than a jalapeno. But one of the things that I look with this, it's the heat that we're looking for. What we need to do is to get a balance of flavors. I just don't want to have just the heat of a habanero. I gave this one time to I frequented a Thai restaurant in Atlanta. And I went up to him and I said, I want you to try this pepper, because I thought, being Thai, they really liked a lot of hot peppers because, their little Thai pepper that they have. And his comment came back to me. He says, it's hot, but it's not delicious. So, and it made me really think, here again, I'm looking about something, it's just not only the heat. We have to look about how we're going to balance all of those flavors. Here in front of us, you can see I've got some little bit of a tropical influence that we could then apply some of the heats. But with a layer of heat, from a jalapeno, because it's got that, that green spiciness to it, to the intense heat that I would get from a habanero, but to the spiciness that I could get from the ginger, but then that other flavor that kind of mellows into it, that helps to balance and give me some layers of flavor. And that's one of the things that I like to do. Now with this tropical that we're getting into today, the islands have influenced us. It's not just today. It's been influencing our cuisine for years. I mean, you look at what's happening down in New Orleans and right around in the Caribbean. That cuisine has been going on for many, many, many years. But now what we're doing is we're combining more fruits. I think pineapple is really becoming one that comes in, really great for the making of salsas, to the enhancement with a little bit of the, lime, how that fresh fruit. When I look at it, one of the tools that I have in my kit is actually a lemon and lime juice squeezer. Because, I want to really get that fresh juice. Yes, I can go out and buy some and everything else, but it's not going to give me that fresh flavor that I'm looking for. Plus the other thing, I've got also a zester that I can actually take, because of the nice oils that are inside the zest, or the skin of the lemon and lime and the orange. It really helps to produce some really nice flavors into whatever dish that I'm serving. So, I'm going to be making up, I've got a dish that I'm going to be preparing. It's a habanero honey, that I actually use habanero honey, lemon zest, and fresh basil. And it's really great over the top of turkey, and it really helps to bring out the flavor. I roast a turkey and I just take that little bit of that habanero honey with the lemon zest and basil in it, and it just kicks up the flavor great. But just to kind of come to a close a little bit, what we're looking at, spiciness is great. I really like how it's really starting to take on and take hold. You're going to find it in many of the magazines. They're even in this comfort food that we have from Cooking Light. There's a potato latkes with potato pancakes. And what they've done is they've enhanced it with jalapenos and cilantro. So you can take a dish that's been so traditional in the Jewish cuisine that's now, and also German, it's now then starting to take more of a Mexican little flair to it with a little bit of jalapeno and cilantro. So just, one of the things about leaving today is just with keeping in mind that one thing that you want to do is you want to layer the flavors. I can then utilize these layered flavors into the makeup of marinades, that would then help to enhance the flavor of the product that I'm cooking, and also glazes, something that can go on to a roast. After it's been roasting for a while, I can then put a glaze to help to enhance those flavors. So I'd like to say, good luck to you, and enjoy Butterball.